Here is the popcorn bed, and it is a little weedy right now. I need to clean it out. I didn't get a real great crop coming, but there is some, so we'll see if we can get some popcorn this year. I'm excited by the fact. I'll be having to save some for seed again if we do get any. The potatoes are doing quite well. In fact, some are going to flower on me. I'm continuing to add more soil as I go. I've got carrots planted here, and they're sprouting up like crazy. There's still some onions from the last year, which we haven't been using. Well, we've been using, but we've got more than we need. We've got the ruby red Swiss chard here, and there is some regular Swiss chard in there as well, but the ruby red seems to have taken off. The rhubarb was kind of dying off after it was transplanted, but now is really beginning to grow. There's lettuce and weeds in this bed. The sunflowers all along the edge here are coming up well. There's also some marigolds planted in here. I think this is maybe a wild mustard that must have been in with the wild oat seeds that I planted, so I'm going to have to get rid of that. I don't want it in here. So I'll be cutting those plants down here before they go to seed. I've been taking radishes out of this bed. Here's one I forgot to bring in the house earlier. And they're quite delicious, the tops and the bottoms. And they're so easy to pick out of this bed because it was all sheet mulched. And so you just grab it and pick it out, and you can eat it right there if you want. Lots of spinach again. We have more than we need. This is exciting. This is what I wanted, was excess. There's more spinach coming up in this bed. It's a little slow, but we'll be able to use a lot of it. I've got more lettuces coming up in here. And the strawberries, they're doing quite well. We've been enjoying them. I'm having to try to get to them before the robins do, which is a challenge. I need to put a cover over them yet. I keep saying that, but it will happen. As you can see, it's a field of clover, but there is a cherry bush in there as well. It's doing surprisingly good. I'm having some bug issues with it though, so I'll have to look and see. I've got little black bugs on the bottom sides of the leaves, so I don't want to kill it off. I better find out what to do there. This is a little tree I planted a while back. Another one that was coming up in the yard, and it's loving its new home. I have to get rid of some thistles here. In amongst the grass here, there are lilacs planted, as well as some carragana. This is the beginning of a hedge that will run all the way up along the house, the edge of my property here. It's kind of a funny property line. There's a green ash planted there. Another one up here. This is the rhubarb that I got my original start from. As you can see, it's not doing very well. The soil here is really not good, and this has been a neglected plant. My rose bushes. These are wild roses that just started coming up on their own in the yard, and I've let them go. It is our provincial plant, actually, is the Alberta wild rose. So it's kind of neat to have them growing in the yard. Here's the last green ash in this row. As I say, I want a hedge growing up along this edge too, to match up with this hedge here. The carragana is putting out its seed, which is these little pods. And they're just like a pea or a bean, but when they dry, they pop open and they send out little seeds. And I have tried to plant these seeds, and you can do it. It makes a really nice hedge. they're very hard to kill. So you want to make sure it's where you want it at when you put it there. They make a good windbreak and they create a lot of biomass. Cutting them every year and mulching it, you can have a lot of good mulch to add to your beds. You can cut this kind of hedge, a carragana, right down to the ground and it'll grow back. That hedge along the edge there, I cut that down level with this hedge a year ago and it's already grown over 3 feet. As you can see, I've got to do more mowing and stuff, so I haven't finished sheet mulching this bed yet, and it's just a matter of as I go. The potatoes that I planted up here, they're sprouting quite well now. I'm happy to see that. Lots of onions. Lots of onions. Got some ivy growing in the corner there. It's wild ivy that grows. It's kind of neat. I like it. You can pick it out like a weed and let it grow where you want it at. This bed needs some attention yet. That's the original bed where the lilies come up every year, or tulip, or I'm not exactly sure. This bed, not a lot came up on this side. Some of it was supposed to, but it didn't, so I do have some peas coming up along the back. An old barrel there. I have cucumbers here. I'm very excited that they're coming up. This is an heirloom variety and they're round cucumber. The grape, which should grow up along here and hopefully right over top and drape down to the pond. This is my hope anyways. I think it'd be a neat arbor. Still have to get some more rocks and finish out this pond. Dig in the pond below it. I want to put a bench and some trees up around here. Make it just a nice little relaxation corner. But that's pretty much my update for today. Thanks for watching.